The Coast Guard was on patrol when they spotted someone not far away calling for help. But after they pulled the man aboard, he suddenly drew a gun and forced the two of them to jump into the sea. Under the threat of the weapon, the two had no choice but to dive into the sea. But what surprised them was, after stealing the boat, the man did not leave immediately. He punctured the lifeboat again. Only then did he drive away at full speed. Clearly, he never intended to leave the two of them alive. But what he did not know was, Hank is a retired Navy SEAL tough guy. This situation means nothing to him. He first used his hand to tightly block the hole, then looked around the boat for anything that could help. After searching for a while, he pulled out a rubber tube. He quickly tied a knot. He threaded it through from one side of the hole to the other, then tied another knot to tighten it. This would not completely seal the leak, but it could slow the water intake. To further delay sinking, he removed the engine and threw it into the sea. But the biggest problem was their phones were already water damaged and unusable, and they could not call for help. Now they could only rely on themselves. Luckily, Hank remembered there should be a small island ahead. Danny got excited and started paddling in the water. But with his technique it would take forever. So Hank took off his shirt, tied a nylon rope around himself, and used his strength to tow the boat forward. But after swimming for who knows how long, suddenly the boat was hit hard by something. Looking closely, it was a shark. It was swimming aggressively toward Hank. Luckily, at the critical moment, Hank climbed back onto the boat in time. But the boat lost its power. The two drifted for an unknown amount of time. Finally, they encountered a yacht. But after shouting for a long time, there was no response. They had to use their last strength to paddle to the yacht. When they got aboard, they found the ship was empty. There was dried blood near the door crack. Inside the cabin, there was a dead man lying on the floor. They immediately realized the guy who stole the boat was likely a murderer. He was likely rushing to destroy evidence and escape, but ran out of fuel halfway, so he stole their boat, and also tried to frame them for the crime. On this empty ocean, there was no one who could testify for them. The two stood frozen, not knowing what to do next. Nothing could be explained. There was no way to escape. It felt like a dead end. The worst part was, they had not figured out how to explain everything yet. In the distance, the Coast Guard was already approaching straight toward them.